Welcome back, everyone, to Planescape Torment. You're here with Rain Lefevre, otherwise known as DraxxKraven, when it's time to go to the private sensoriums. Quell, somewhere in the Fest Hall. Oh, okay, so let's go to the private sensoriums then. So I can find Quell, get the information I need, and use these delightful little sensory stones. These are this is the good shit. Quell. The older man is chewing on something, muttering softly to himself. After a moment, there's a crack as he crunches down on the object in his mouth, then swallows it. His bushy, brassy, white eyebrows furrow for a moment, rise, and then furrow again. Greetings. Without so much as looking at you, the man reaches into his tunic, pulls out a puce-colored ball, regards it curiously for a moment, then pops it into his mouth. I said greetings. The man frowns and waves you away, then nods to himself thoughtfully as he savors the flavor of whatever he's put in his mouth. I've got some questions. The man smirks, bites his thumb at you, and then abruptly pauses. His cheeks swell, and with a violent gag, he spits up a large black fly, which begins to buzz around the chamber. Menargian candies be damned. Shaking his fist at the insect, he whirls on you. What do you want? What do you know about Ravel Puzzlewell? He pops a small red candy into his mouth. Do you always traipse about molesting puissant mages with your ignorant prattle, babbling, blathering, chittering, chattering? The candy shoots from his mouth, unchattering, flying in a high arc to land on the floor with a wet plip. He stares at it sadly. I'm sorry about your candy. It was so tasty, too. He mules. He suddenly looks up, snarling. Sorry? As you should be, you piking dung beetle. Mages deserve respect, and bashers like you should know their proper place. Proper place. He begins to jump up and down. Proper place. Calm down. I only meant to ask you some questions. I care not, you yeasty, beef-witted pignut. Now off with you. Off with you, and do not return without being prepared to show the proper respect. Come bearing tribute, a gift. Candies or chocolate would be nice, but nothing common, mind you. Bring something exotic. Now be gone. I do have something imported. I could give it to you as a gift. Oh, that's very kind of you. Very gentlemanly. May I see it? Actually, no. Show him the chocolate closet. He takes it from your hands. Oh, quite rare. These are most delectable. Now then, my questions. Who told you to bother me with inane questions? Come now, what is it that you wish to bother me with? Be gone. What do you know about Ravel Puzzlewell? At the mention of her name, he swallows the candy he's sucking on with a loud gulp, wincing in pain. What to tell? Why tell it all? Such things, such tales are best left in dusty books and in the attics of old men's minds. Evil, pure evil. Such a name, and such dark tales swarm about it, like flies on a corpse. Just the same, I need you to tell me. He rolls his eyes, plopping another candy in his mouth. She's a night hag, my boy, who came to Sigil, all evil and cackles. She was alive with her shadow magic, ready to butt heads with the Lady of Pain herself. Barmy old hag, only succeeding in getting herself mazed. She's likely dead by now. Shadow magic? Yes. Rabble-dabbled, no. Excelled in all schools of magic. She knew shadow magics of illusion and shadow substance, shadows, residues of dead. How might I find her? Why would you ask me such a thing? Are you mad? What could you possibly want with such an evil creature? She knows something about my past. Doubtful. She was mazed centuries ago. Gone, penned in the dead book she is, and even if she were somehow still clutching to life with her blackened, bloody talons, what could she possibly know about you? If she wasn't the spitting image of cackling evil, that is, and was even willing to help you. I'll just have to hope she's alive and will help me then. By Leshy's 6 teats and her swollen tummy, what a flickering candle of hope, hurled into the howling winds of pandemonium that is. Flicker, flicker, whoosh! Don't be any more fool than you need to be. I must seek her out, whether she's dead or alive. So if she's dead, and she most likely is, then what is your plan, may I ask? You have everything all figured out, do you? Quell is just blowing words out of his pits. Nonsense, nothing. What do you plan to do if she's in the dead book, eh? I'll figure something out. My, that's the best plan I've ever heard. Pure blinding white genius of an idea. No idea how to get into the maze. No idea how to get out. No idea what to do if she's dead. Certainly no idea what to do if she's alive. I might as well be talking to a lemure for all the barmy foolishness you're spouting out. But can you tell me how to get into the maze? Lunatic, madman, Adelcove, have you not listened to a word I've said? She's imprisoned in an interdimensional maze for trying to defeat the Lady of Pain. That means she's at least 10 times as barmy as you, and at least 100 times more powerful. She's almost more likely dead, thrice dead, and if by some happenstance she isn't, she'll make you dead. I understand, but I need your help. Can you tell me how to reach her or not? Quell goes quiet, chewing on his lip. After a moment, he fishes around in his tunic for a mint, then plops into his mouth. You're serious? Serious now? Why so serious? So Baitor bent, so mule stubborn. Well, born clueless, die clueless. Yes?
Updated my journal.
All mazes have portals. This I know to be true. A way in, a way out. This is how the lady fashions them. I do not know the portal, its locations, or even its form, but I am told its key is a piece of Ravel. A piece of Ravel. But if Ravel is mazed, then how am I supposed to? Then you'll have to make do. Find something that has Ravel's taint in it, mayhap. That's all I know. All. Bother me no more about it. If you want to go pestering someone about something like that, go to the brothel of slating intellectual lust. One of the ladies there is bound to have met someone or something that'll help. Thanks.
Updated my journal.
I have other questions. Who are you? I am Quell. And don't bother to introduce yourself. You must be the most insolent, annoying pest this side of Sigil that I've ever heard so much about. A true pleasure to meet you, and thank the powers that couldn't have waited until you had curled up and died, thereby sparing me the pain of being forced to banter words with you. I'd gladly trade my formidable sorceress powers for but a minor enchantment that would pierce your thick skull and introduce at least some manners. Manners? What about the chocolate I brought you? You have me there, sir. What can you tell me about this place? You stand within the Civic Fest Hall, in the exclusive, so very exclusive, until you shambled in, private sensorium. Speak to the man at the festival's foyer, Splinter, should you have any more fatuous questions about this place. That's all I need.
I'm gone.
The sensory stone, in the upper right. This base of this aquatic blue stone has been sculpted so it appears to have melted into the pedestal it rests upon. A stream of perfect azure tears drip down the sides, framing the inscription beneath the pedestal. Longing. Show me longing, pedestal. As you place your hands upon the stone, its surface ripples beneath your touch. A chill washes over your arms, like plunging your hands into a mountain stream. Close your eyes, submerge into the experience. As you close your eyes, you blink and reopen them. Your eyes are brimming with tears, and you're overcome with a terrible sensation of drowning. As the sensation rolls through you, there's a stirring in your breast, a hunger, poisonous like a serpent, biting into your heart, until you find as if your breast will explode. You want desperately to steady yourself focused, but all that comes to your eyes is tears. Wipe them away. You raise your hand to wipe away your tears. Your hands are soft, delicate, woman's hands. They brush the stray tears from your cheek, and you cup them in your hands, each of the tears like a jewel shimmering in the light. Turn to examine the lights. The lights are cast by candle globes that drift through your sanctuary. You have come to this place to gather your thoughts, to reflect on the past with an eye toward the future, to cleanse the mind before the coming journey, yet you cannot concentrate. Your thoughts remain in the present, trapped there by the terrible feeling that writhes in your breast. What did he mean? You close your eyes, but his words echo in your mind 100,000 times. Will he ever return? The sound is a whisper, an echo. Only you. Only you. Yet you hesitated. At the brink of time's door, and he must have thought you were afraid to go, but you were not. You were afraid to stay. And the fear, the serpent writhes in your breast again, its fangs biting into your heart, filling it to bursting with its poison. The tears come again, running down your cheeks in streams, his words echoing. Only you. Only you. Your eyes snap open. It is his voice. You whirl and you gasp. He stands powerful in the shadows, and he strides into the light of the drifting candle globes, and you feel the serpent writhing, dying. He has returned. His face stern, but somewhere in those features you can almost see his pleasure at seeing you. After all, he returned for you. Only you can help me, Deionarra. But it was wrong for me to ask you for your help. You speak, Deionarra, yet you, it is you, gray-skinned like a statue, striding from the light. Are you that scarred? Your body looks like it's been bathed in knife blades. The wounds, the tattoos, horrible, yet you see through Deionarra's eyes. And she sees... How can she see you in such a way? She puts a cloak over your features. She sees you in such light, such terrible longing. Light, for she... How can she feel such? Try to refocus. Brace yourself. Hold on to this experience. You feel your vision tearing, doubling until you're the man striding from the light. It is you, but not you. You feel yourself being torn. It is Deionarra's experience, but at the same time, it's also yours. And you... What? I ask too much of you to accompany me, Deionarra. I have no right to place you in such danger for my sake. It's your words, but they're surgeon's words, chosen with cold skill, without a trace of emotion. With every word, you feel yourself sneering inside, knowing what the stricken girl will see next through her longing-stained eyes. And who are you, that person? That man twisting her with your words? Not knowing how powerful they are to her? Like bolts from a ballista piercing her? Yet she sees only relief at your return. How can she feel and not know that you mean to? I have come to ask your forgiveness, Deionarra. I shall return to you as soon as I am able. Your vision tears again, doubling and bleeding, until you're facing yourself again, trying desperately to speak, to warn Deionarra that this is not a man, but a creature that kills for his own needs. He doesn't care about you, Deionarra. You're a tool to him. A tool he needs. But Deionarra speaks, and you cannot stop her. I would place myself in 1,000 dangers, embrace eternity for you, my love. I am not afraid. Listen to me. I will accompany you, though the plains themselves should bar. Though the plains themselves should bar the way, you feel yourself shattering. Relief and satisfaction. His satisfaction at her words, knowing she would say them, always knowing, and her admission of love is like the slamming of a portcullis across your heart. Trapped. She's yours, but you must be certain, so you drive the final nail home. The way is dangerous. You'll have to be strong, far stronger than you are now. Swimming through her mind, relief, the wave of relief, the end of longing, yet longing for him more at his words, not noticing his manipulations. All you need to be is strong, and his path shall be as one with yours. Your thoughts are like fires, for you can be strong, stronger than he knows. You know no fear. You would die for him. I can be strong, my love. I will. Her words slide off him like water. The serpent in her breast, the one piercing her heart with its poison, has been replaced by this serpent in the flesh. She sees nothing of this, and his next words are planned. Carefully, so carefully. I can't say if we'll succeed, Deionarra, but I'll do my best to protect you, and will expect nothing less of the same from you. You may be required to make some sacrifices. At that final, terrible word, you feel yourself being torn apart. He means her harm. He means you harm. For you are her, and he means to hurt her. Yet you need her to be harmed, and you want to scream. Scream at her that she's in danger. Run, run, Deionarra, for his eyes unmake all things, and, of course, my love, life is sacrifice. This I have learned. You speak the words, and in it you feel yourself dying inside. You are a spectator, and you have watched a woman die, for the words are a death sentence, yet still she speaks, unheeding, uncaring. I left a legacy in my father's keeping, my love. Ask for the 6th, the 3rd, the K, and the S. In it, I bequeath everything to you. It's not much, but with it,
Updated my journal.
I left him. A wave of irritation washes over you. You clench your teeth to prevent irritation from crossing your features. Must she always prattle on like this, even when you do not prompt her? Must she? But no. Keep the irritation inside. Only a trace slips out. Come now, I cannot die, Deionarra. There's no need for such foolishness. She's overcome with fear that revolts you, and the fear wells up inside her. As you watch him frown, you hasten to correct him. He must know the reasons. know the wisdom behind them, so he's impressed with your planning. Speak before he turns away. I know I often act foolishly, my love, but you said yourself that you can forget things if you're badly hurt. There are things in the legacy that could help you remember should you forget yourself.
Updated my journal.
Okay, I seem to be pushing through. You coldly regard her through your eyes, tracing your gaze along her furrowed brow, wrinkled with worry, desperation. She's acted as you expected. Yet there's something in what she says. Perhaps. Yet I hope nothing in this legacy is of value. I do not want you to leave anything here in some safe that could be of use on the journey. Her illusion is shattered. Just for a moment, you watch, silent, as the emotion falls to the ground, splintering like silvered glass. Of some use. Such a casual statement, yet even Deionarra sees, and you hope, just for a moment, you hope that she sees him for what he is. This serpent, this terrible serpent. And your hopes die. As in Deionarra's eyes, the emotion is rebuilt, the slivers being drawn from the ground, the illusion rebuilt. But the slight sliver of pain remains. He thinks you have done something foolish, yet you did it for him. You must make amends, but how? You must convince him the legacy is unimportant. But it isn't. It isn't. It's everything. The legacy, my love, it's just a few things to help you remember. The scythe of words fall on Deionarra, so quick, so sharp, you cannot follow its arcing path. A legacy? The things you do, Deionarra, such romantic gestures. No matter. No, Deionarra, you have driven him away again like you did the night before. You feel the serpent stirring again, reborn, curling around your heart. There's the softest of hisses, yet he does not hear. Would you wish to leave a legacy, my love? For yourself? Or for anyone you would want to? It might help you remember if you left something for yourself, or for the ones you loved. The word scythe falls again, terrible and swift. Yet this time the illusion holds, and the serpent is cloaked. The serpent is cunning, and it shall not reveal itself until it strikes. A legacy for myself? Not likely. The things I would leave for myself would not be safe in some advocate's office, Deionarra. But enough of this. I must leave. Leaving? You must make him remain. And the experience swirls around you, terrible, the spiraling towards the final scene, the question she wants to ask. Don't ask it, Deionarra. Don't ask it. Be silent and be silent. My love, before you go. His anger, his irritation. What now, girl? What now, you mewling banshee? Before I go, it looks like I'm in no danger of that. Before I go, it looks like I'm in no danger of that. Come, Deionarra, can't these questions wait for the morn? There's so much. She's desperate, drowning. Say it, say it, say it. And you, speak it. Do you want me to come with you, my love? The rush of emotions dies in your mind. This is the end. The words you are about to speak are true. But the truth is not the truth she sees. There are no lies, only cold calculations. Of course, he wants you to come with him, Deionarra. You understand it clearly, too clearly. He has invested too much in this poor girl to let her go. Of course, Deionarra. I would not have asked you to come with me if I did not want your company. You know how I feel about you. There's a cold silence in his mind, then a hissing of a thought. A response, sharp and deadly, like a dagger blade. The lie comes swiftly, unburdened by emotion. I love you, Deionarra. And you want to scream as you feel the lie wash over her like a radiance. But it's a shadow of truth, a serpent's kiss, and he means you harm, and she can't see. You want to call out, but she's crying with joy, even as cry with joy, frustration, joy, despair. The emotion washes over you like you're drowning, and you need to speak. You long to speak, but you cannot. And you scream as you tear your hands from the stone, bloody tears rushing from your eyes, running in streams down your arms, your hands to coat the stone, blood, her blood, and you can't warn her. You can't stop crying. And suddenly, Fall from Grace is there, and her touch is gentle like silk. She brushes the tears from your eyes, even as you feel the screams welling up within you. She shushes you, cradling your face through your bloody tears. I can't bear it. I couldn't stop her. I wanted to, but I couldn't do anything. Fall from Grace looks into your eyes, and she nods sadly in understanding. And that is the nature of longing. the desire for that which you cannot change or possess. She studies you, withdrawing her hand, now soaked in your blood. Will you be all right? Yes. Yes. I just need a moment. Very well. We will continue when you are ready. Take a breath. Try and collect your thoughts. As much as you want to hurl the memory of the experience from you, you hold it fast because you know it's important to remember. It was you in that experience. It was Deionarra's experience. But because it was you, your memories flooded you. You could feel both sides at once. Who were you? Who was that shade of you? Turn from the stone. Leave. A monster. Someone terrible. Someone awful. Maybe someone even more dangerous than the murderer. Dangerous because you can't tell how dangerous he is until he's already trapped you.